Jeremy Corbyn claims for all his flaws Fidel Castro was a champion of social justice, sparking a hilarious flood of internet memes. Jeremy Corbyn has been mocked for his claim that Fidel Castro for all his flaws was a champion of social justice in a flood of hilarious internet memes. The Labour leader appeared to gloss over allegations of human rights abuses leveled at Castro, leaving opportunist comedians to compare the former Cuban leader to James Bond villains and Osama bin Laden. Meanwhile, Mr. Juncker said the revolutionary had been a hero to many, leading to both men being accused of praising a brutal communist dictator with a disdain for democracy. Twitter user Ross Bifazak said, "For all his flaws, Mussolini certainly got the trains running on time." Another mockingly praised bin Laden for his proficiency in caving and living out of a backpack, while Corbyn's comments were used to compare Castro with Bond villain Ernst Stavro Blofeld for the efficiency of his monorail and volcano. Mr. Corbyn said, "I think history will show that Castro was such a key figure, it seems he has been with us forever." Deborah Ferguson pointed out in a direct tweet to the Labour leader, Henry VIII gave more women royal positions than any other monarch. The death of Mr. Castro aged 90 was announced by his brother Raúl Castro and followed years of speculation about his ill health. In the years before becoming leader of the opposition, Mr. Corbyn visited the Latin America state several times and attacked U.S. policy towards it. Speaking during a visit to Oxford, he said, "Fidel Castro was a massive figure in the history of the whole planet, ever since the revolution in 1959. There are stories of his heroism while living in Mexico in exile, and then the boat to Cuba, the march to Havana, and the revolution in 1959. Julie Lenars tweeted, "Jeremy Corbyn displaying again the regressive left's moral blind spot for brutal dictators by praising Castro's heroism." Labour London Assembly member Tom Copley said, "Ashamed of this statement from the leader of my party." Others mocked the Labour leader with memes featuring Voldemort and Ernst Stavro Blofeld. In a statement released today, Mr. Juncker wrote, "With the death of Fidel Castro, the world has lost a man who was a hero for many. He changed the course of his country and his influence reached far beyond." Fidel Castro remains one of the revolutionary figures of the 20th century. His legacy will be judged by history. His comments were mocked by Tory MEP Daniel Hannan, who said, "What could a Eurocrat possibly see in an autocratic regime that disdains ordinary voters?" Mr. Corbyn also praised Castro for improving health and education services, and for supporting Angola against the apartheid regime in South Africa.